Hello, everyone. It's Dr. Nirapadya. A lot of NBA fans have questions about Joel Embiid's meniscus injury that was just reported in the media. Here's a quick breakdown of meniscus injuries, what the various treatment options are, and what the general return to play timelines are. Now, the first important thing to understand is a function of the meniscus. The meniscus is the shock absorber in the knee, and it's located between the femur and the tibia, and there's a lateral meniscus and a medial meniscus. The meniscus also provides some degree of stability as well, too, but shock absorption is its main component. Now, the important thing to understand is that these can be injured degeneratively, that they occur over a period of time that can happen for people in their 40s and 50s, or sometimes they occur acutely from a trauma, such as what may potentially have caused a meniscus injury against the Golden State Warriors when Joel Embiid's knee was hyperextended. Now, once you diagnose a meniscus tear on MRI, there are a couple different treatment options. For meniscus tears that are very small and they basically don't cause a lot of discomfort or a lot of block in motion, or athletes can get back to play, sometimes they can be treated just with physical therapy and rest. These are typically very, very small meniscus tears that are not in important areas. If you have a larger meniscus tear, then the treatment option typically involves surgery. Now, the two main surgeries you can do, you can actually go in there arthroscopically with a camera and trim out the portion of the meniscus that's torn, or you can repair it. Which option you basically undergo is based on, number one, the size of the meniscus tear, number two, the location of the meniscus tear, and number three, if the meniscus tear has good blood supply. Now, the important thing to note is that a meniscus does not regrow. So when you shave it out, you are basically left with less meniscus. Now, if you have a tear in an area that doesn't have good blood supply, or it's relatively small, you can't necessarily sew that together. The meniscus won't heal, so therefore you trim it out. There's less cushion and stability in the knee when you have less meniscus, but sometimes that's the case when you have such a complex tear or there just isn't good propensity for it to heal. Typically, when you shave a meniscus out, that's a 4 to 6 week recovery because you're not simply waiting for anything to heal. You're just making sure the knee can get back its strength, the pain's gone down, the swelling's gone down, and you're able to get back to activity. If you have an actual meniscus tear that's bigger and has good blood supply, then you typically will sew that together. And there are various different techniques you can do in order to do that. The key differentiation is that typically that can have a 4 to 6 month recovery because you, number one, have to allow the meniscus to heal. And then number two, you need to make sure you get all that strength and mobility back from having a period of time where you may potentially not be weight bearing on it. The key thing is that for an NBA player, you want to be able to get them back to play, but also make sure you have good career longevity. So even though quote unquote meniscus shaving may get you back quicker, it will leave you at higher risk of having degenerative changes in the future and pain if you take out too much of the meniscus. The keys are size of the meniscus tear, location, and blood supply. The position the athlete plays and how their knee is feeling really help to determine treatment and determine whether this is going to be a short course of physical therapy, whether it be a short procedure, which can be 4 to 6 weeks in terms of recovery of shaving out the meniscus, or a longer 4 to 6 month recovery in which the meniscus is sewn together. Thank you.